The rumoured Rangers European ticket prices, Europa League package, whatever you want to call it, has been revealed. I believe it's not official, but it's 99% official. So let's get at the big numbers. It's 168 quid, and for everybody that wants to know how to do a bit of math, that in fact is £42 per game. If you're wondering what is the increase on last year's Europa League package, it's about 48 quid increase, but there is obviously an extra game. So the game this season is about £2 dearer. Um, each game is about £2 dearer than last year, which is weird. I mean, the 2021-22 campaign, there were, I believe, 39 quid a game in the group stage. So we're not up £3 since then. I mean, it's not insane amount of money, but for being honest, man, they need to make money, but they should read the room, you know. And I think when you look at the 5 games, are these or 4 games, sorry, at home, are these the 4 games? Do they warrant that sort of money? Well, let's just look at the 4 games for 42 quid. So Rangers against Leon, does that warrant paying 42 quid for? Yeah, I think Rangers Leon's a big game. But obviously, like I said, 2 years ago, or 2 years ago, it was 3 years ago. Geez, 3 years ago, 3 years ago. And when we took on Leon, we got beat at Ibrox 2-0. Obviously, I mean that would have cost you 39 quid, so £3 increase. Yada yada yada. But Rangers Leon, it's a massive game, right? Moving into Rangers versus Stade Bucharest. I think this is where they've got the prices wrong for me, right? Because I just don't think Rangers against us Bucharest or Union Saint Galoise should be 42 quid. I think they should be about 30 quid, 30 odd quid, right? And then Leon and Tottenham should be about 42 quid. I think that's the correct way of doing it now. Say you charge Bucharest and Union Saint Galoise, you just charge 30 quid per them, right? That's 24 quid, and that's 24 quid off 168, which is 144 quid, which for me would be very good money. So, it doesn't mean you necessarily have to price every game down to 30 quid, or, and that's it, like 38 to get down to your lower price that you would want. But for me, it doesn't make much sense that a game against Union St. Galoise costs the same price as a game against Tottenham, but here, UEFA, Rangers, whatever, the home teams, they make their own rules at the end of the day. But yeah, I've always thought that about football, how it's weird like that. It's like last season, like you're paying for Aris Limassol, Real Betis, and Sparta Prague, and it's like, really, should Rangers against Real Betis be the same price as Aris Limassol? And judging by the score lines in those games, no, it probably shouldn't have been the same price. We beat Betis, but we drew one each with Limassol, which is just absolutely embarrassing, man. I tell you what, see that Aris Limassol game, that was, see, being at it, it was freezing, it was depressing, players were getting subbed off early and all that shite, and it was justified. And I remember it was about -5, I remember that. Man, obviously it's been colder on planet Earth, guys. I'm not greeting about -5, but I'm just saying it was a collective. It was colder than usual. It was -5. It was freezing. The game was pish, and we drew against really low opposition. But yeah, 168 quid. It's obviously cheaper than a lot of other teams' packages that are in the Champions League, but that's the way it should be, man. The Champions League, see 50 quid a game in the Champions League. I think that's a fair enough price, man. I mean, you're paying for the Champions League. If it's the pinnacle, it's the pinnacle of European foot. It's the pinnacle of football across club football. You know what I mean? Across this entire planet. So for me, I think if you want to pay that, there's not really too much to complain about. But Europa League, I mean, £42 a game. Honestly, if I think it's too dear, especially for the Bucharest and Union Saint Galoise games. But ideally it'd be about 20 odd quid cheaper. It's not 68. Now, a lot of people aren't going to buy this. A lot of people are going to buy this. Am I going to buy this 168 game package? No, I'm not going to buy it. I can't get to the Leon game. So that's one factor in why I'm not going to buy it. Because you're missing one of the big games there, to be fair. Then you could start Bucharest and Union St. Galoise. But definitely might try and get to the Tottenham and the Union St. Galoise. I'll see. I mean, again, you don't need to buy the package to get the ticket. You know, I mean, you can still get tickets for these games. People will put theirs up for sale, etc., etc. But I think because what's happened recently, I don't think a lot of people will be buying this. So I think you'll be able to get tickets plenty for these games. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below and peace.